The New Woman. The 1920s was an era that changed a vast majority of people's lives in the United States. The 1920s brought change to people of color during the Harlem Renaissance. World War I had just ended, and Prohibition had criminal activities at an all-time high. One of the most profound changes, however, that occurred during the 1920s was how the American woman was evolving into something that would result in major changes for women and how society viewed them. One of the major changes that women made during this era was the way that they dressed. Before the 1920s, women wore long dresses and corsets that were sometimes so tight that women often fainted from lack of blood flow. With the emergence of the new woman came a fashion and a way of life for women. This was known as the flapper. This new woman defied the way society viewed women. Flappers cut their hair, wore makeup, listened to different music. A lot of flappers smoked cigarettes and made the decision not to marry, settle down, and have children. Actress Clara Bow was one of the first sex symbols to freely express her sexuality in public. She was referred to as the It Girl and a flapper extraordinaire. Josephine Baker, also known as Black Venus, was a beautiful singer and dancer that started her career here in the United States. Baker was faced with much racism and oppression, largely due to her decision to dress very sexual, sometimes dancing nude and wearing only 16 bananas for a skirt. Another major change for women came through a vocal powerhouse by the name of Bessie Smith. By the 1920s, Smith was the most successful artist of this era. This was a double dose of significant changes because not only was Bessie Smith a very opinionated flapper, she was also African American. Smith freely expressed herself and her sexuality through music. She sung about sex in her hit, You Gotta Give Me Some. Clearly, Smith was defying the status quo for women and how society expected them to conduct themselves. Smith opened doors for a lot of women to freely express themselves through music. The 1920s brought change to practically everyone in the United States. One of the most profound changes that was made during this era was the emergence of the new woman. The new woman laid the foundation for the independent and strong and successful women that we see to this very day. I am personally grateful for the new woman.